I made a playlist using Splice, but then when it came to releasing it, I got this. Live streaming, your release has been temporarily blocked in our front-end review process. It appears that you are using the mastered instrumentals for these tracks, blah blah blah. You cannot distribute any content through TuneCore that you do not hold 100% distribution rights for. Now, I don't know if you know, but Splice offers copyright-free samples in exchange for a monthly fee. So I contested it and I got this. Copyright-free samples are ineligible for monetization as they can be used by other parties and are therefore non-exclusive. So I looked it up on Splice, and in their terms it says, subject to your compliance with the agreement, we grant you a non-exclusive, non-transferable right to use sounds you obtain through Splice, including for commercial purposes. So then from reading that, you'd think I could use it. So I challenged it again and I got this. The high live streaming, after reviewing your dispute, Sony Music Japan has decided that their copyright claim is still valid. Simple as that. So I responded the way any rational human being would. I gave up, put it on the pile of failed experiments and started making NFTs. It's been about 8 months since I tried to release it now, and feeling a new burst of energy for trying to get this music out there that I worked so hard on, I reached out to Splice for some help. And they responded quickly and were on my side, which I was relieved to find because it had started to build up in my head like, of course I can't release all this music I made using Splice, I barely made any of the sounds, and all of this had only started as an experiment to see how quickly I could make a playlist to use in the background of my own streams, and later became the half-baked idea to try and challenge the likes of Stream Beats. But I believed in the model and I thought it was simplistic enough that every 6 months or so I could upload a new playlist to the catalogue, slowly build this library and hopefully an audience, and over time build a path to a better life for me and my family, doing the thing I love doing, which is making music. But anyway, this is Splice's response. They said, thank you for writing in, we're sorry to hear about this. Samples from Splice can be used in new works in accordance with our terms, and they should not be flagged for copyright reasons. We've set you up a request form, which you can fill out once for each song or video upload. This will help us generate a certificate that will further clarify the nature of the content you use from Splice, and you can supply to whoever issued the original claim. You can access the form here. I checked out the form, it looks like this, nothing too stressful. I just have to submit one of these for every single sound I made across a 2-hour playlist where every tune will contain multiple samples, sometimes more than 10. So it's a good job I labelled everything really clearly when I was dragging and dropping samples around in the middle of the night making hip hop. And it's a good job that I keep everything backed up on hard drives and labelled so that 8 months later I can go sifting through the individual stems of tracks I barely remember making, so I can fight Sony Music Japan for the right to use them in the background of Twitch when I'm streaming Pokemon. And it's great that I could do all of this and it'd be totally pointless because Splice can't even guarantee that would mean the claim would be lifted. None of the music in this video is from the playlist in question, but if you would like to hear it, there is a link to the would be demonetized if enough people played it video underneath, or it's also on Audius. Audius is a decentralized streaming platform where they're taking the power away from the big companies and handing it back to the artists. They're still not actually paying them, or at least not in anything other than their worthless token, and not in any calculable amount like the 0.003p that Spotify pays, but at least, to their credit, they haven't taken my music down yet. Nice one, rant over. Have a good day. Bye.